Hello gamers, let's go for a weekend away that ended in a surprise. As you can see, we got up exceptionally early. This was so that we could get the first flight from London to Munich. Once we got to Munich, we picked up a car and we started driving towards Innsbruck, Austria. Road trips are actually one of my favourite ways to see a country, and I cannot highly recommend this enough. You should grab a car and just start driving. I really love this area of the world, particularly because I love mountains and lakes and that vibe, and this area is so beautiful. And of course, because it's winter, we hit some snow. We drove through a variety of roads, some of them being like small villages, some of them being the Autobahn. And it was just a really varied and beautiful drive. Once we got to Innsbruck, we actually jumped onto a cable car and then took 3 different gondolas to the top of a mountain. It was actually just after midday at this point. It had taken us about an hour and 20 minutes to drive from Munich to here. And so it might not look it in these clips, but the sun was actually shining. So we ended up taking the middle gondola, the second one, through the clouds and above, and came out to just the most spectacular sunshine. This is where we stopped to have lunch and just look at the views. We grabbed a coffee from the Lookout Cafe, had a little bit of a walk around, 5-10 minutes before taking the final gondola up to the top. Honestly, views like this just make me so happy. Some people are beach people, some people are pool people, some people like forests. For me, I just love a good mountain. At this point, it was about 4 o'clock and the sun was just starting to set, meaning it was starting to get very, very cold up here. And with that, we took the gondolas all the way back down, back through the clouds, and then on to our hotel. After quickly dropping our bags off, we ended up hitting the Christmas market, which was incredibly busy, but that's because these markets are so incredibly popular at this time of year. It smelled like mulled wine, there were lights everywhere, it was just very picturesque. We also had a little bit of a wander down some of the quieter streets where the markets weren't going on. And by this point, it was well and truly dark, cold, and we were getting a little bit hungry, so we sought out somewhere to get some dinner. We had an incredible dinner, had some drinks, and then went back to the hotel. The next morning, we got up super early again so that we could hit the road and this time drive from Innsbruck, Austria to Liechtenstein. It's sort of a running joke with me and my partner, but I really wanted to go to Vaduz, which is the capital of Liechtenstein, so that I could say I had been in Liechtenstein. Liechtenstein is actually one of the smallest countries in Europe, being only 25 kilometers long. After Liechtenstein, we headed back into Germany to go to Neuschwanstein Castle, and this is where things got a little bit magical for me. We took a horse-drawn carriage up to the castle. It was beautiful, it was snowy, the slow pace let me enjoy the castle, and the entire time I just kept thinking to myself how beautiful this moment was. And I don't have any footage for this next bit, but something incredible happened. Yes, that's right, I got engaged this weekend. And that right there is my fiancé. The most perfect way to finish a perfect weekend and something I will remember forever.